Grafton, Massachusetts.
Then in car number 16 in the Pioneer Valley indoor karting car, Todd Doulard.
Mark Alkis, the BAM Motorsports car from Berlin, Connecticut.
Then in car number 69, this driver, Carlos Gray, has quite a rooting section tonight. He would like to welcome two special guests as well as one of his sponsors to the track tonight. All the way from Quebec, Canada, Simon and Cindy Bouchard of Crappy Cycles Custom Bikes.
And starting scratch, a man that had a podium run last week, the Engley Fruising and Siding number 95, for Vinny and Glace. We are green and racing into turn number 2, and look at the shark, Charlene. He definitely is a man to watch tonight as he muscles his way to the outside groove as car number 1 becomes the number 1 contender on the racetrack as he brings it back to the line, but Prucker isn't giving up.
Boy, he has the loudest pulse in the operating room, but right there with him is Wesley Prucker, and maybe by an eyelash it is Prucker. As they come down the backstretch, they are paper clipped together, the lunge by Charlene, and that's met with even a more ferocious lunge by Wesley Prucker.
Prucker just doesn't give up, but Charlene is hungry for success as he continues to work his magic high. Meanwhile, his neighbor, Jay Goff, is setting in the wings for the curtain call in third, and here comes Mr. Inside for Reno, creating his magic as well. Back off turn number 4, and Prucker will almost have the lead as they cross the stripe.
So those two drivers surgically attached at the front of the field. Jay Goff had never taken all trouble for Prucker.
Prucker spins to the inside. Everybody squeaks on by. Will this bring out a caution, or will we remain under green? Back to the line off turn number 4. Charlene is the leader, but the caution flag comes out.
And we did not finish that lap. It's tangled up in the weeds on a racetrack, as it is Bob Charlene out in front. And since Bob Charlene got that new car bed, it took him a couple of weeks, I think, to get the lay of the land and to get comfortable with it. But ever since he's had it, he has been outstanding in that LFR, kind of the new initials in racing this year. I think the 2015 season will be remembered for the advent of LFR. And for a while, they were like cell phones. Everybody wanted one. And don't forget, get out your periscopes, your cell phone. You are going to see Bob Charlene in action right here.
Off turn number 4, there is the green, and Charlene battles with his next-door neighbor, Jay Goff, as he continues to run high. But here comes, well, there's no question about it, Mr. Inside. Joey Farino is making some noise at the front of the field as Charlene runs to the top side. Back to the stripe they come, and Farino is now the brand new leader.
And Joey Farino came into tonight 12 points off the lead for the championship. The man who has a lead, DJ Burnham, he is in a hurry as he is able to swoosh his way underneath Jay Goff. And DJ Burnham is on the verge of entering 4th place.
Membrino has moved into the top 3. He's always got a fast race car, but believe it or not, he hasn't had much luck at all recently. Now, trouble now. Daniel Wesson got stuck behind another car in the mid-pack of cars, and he lost about 8 positions on the racetrack. Here comes Membrino all over the back bumper of Charlene as he tries it low now, bottom of turn 1.
And he has the momentum trying to get underneath Charlene, but he doesn't have enough firepower. Look at DJ Burnham giving a little love tap to the back bumper of Membrino, and that might have been the magic to get Membrino past Charlene.
They come off the turn back to the line, and Burnham is now on the podium in the 3rd spot. And Charlene gets shuffled back to 4, and then it is Peyton Henry now creating his magic side by side, a pair of black automobiles contending in the heat of the night for 2nd, and it looks like Burnham and Membrino are dead even at the line.
They are having a fierce battle. 2 drivers to keep an eye on. Steve Kopchik in the 31. The man behind him, Nick Salva, in the 98. And 2 drivers. They are body pierced together for 2nd place. Burnham and Membrino.
As they continue to run wheel to wheel off turn number 4. A little further back, Vinny and Glaze started in scratch. That's 19th position and Vinny Anglaise is already into the bottom of the top 10, and he is going forward. Burnham now has shaken off Membrino. Charland is back in 4, and then it's Peyton Henry for 5, and Kopsick for the 6th spot.
Now remember, Vinny Anglaise did not have the benefit of a heat race to get that car dialed in, so he is doing a superlative job at the front. Speaking of superlatives, look at Joey Farino as he leads by about the length of the Green Monster over the 54 of DJ Burnham. Things are getting a little rambunctious, a little deeper in the field. That's where Charlotte, Henry, and Kopsick are hanging out.
They certainly are. Throw a little Nick Salva into that mix. And also, Jetty is also coming to the front of the field. We haven't talked much about him at all this season. He's had a roller coaster night. Daniel Wesson is also trying to gain back some of those spots that he lost earlier. But look at the battle between Kopsick and Peyton Henry, and that's the battle for position 5.
And Soa got involved as Salvo almost was able to penetrate his way underneath the 31 car of Kopsick. Kopsick going to work against Henry. Bob Charland has had a pretty good run for the entire race. He is currently in 4th, but he goes down low, and that gives up plenty of track room to the 55 of Peyton Henry.
And fastest car in the racetrack is DJ Burnham as Beaujolais spins to the bottom of turn 2. No harm, no foul there, as the leader still remains Farino, but Burnham is moving in. Burnham's last lap, 20.023. So he is quick, much quicker than our leader. And there is the caution. It comes out for Beaujolais, who can't get it fired back up as he is stuck to the inside of the racetrack in front of the Mr. Reuter plumbing billboard. Off true champion and a nice guy who has brought a lot to the table and made a lot of people have a great night of enjoyment here at Stafford.
Yeah, I think that was an Alan Alda movie. Same time next year. So Anita says she'll be back. Maybe Bob will be mixing it up again next year. We have 6 laps to go, and the complexion has been pointed out. It's changed dramatically. Joey Farino had a lead by about the length of an ironing board. Now he is dead even with DJ Burnham. 6 laps to go. Remember, DJ Burnham said last week, the angrier he is, the faster he goes.
Let's see what's going to happen. Let's put that anger to the all-time test. Believe it or not, Charland moved back into the 3rd spot. He wants a little bit of showtime on the podium as he is now up to 3rd. Kopsick goes to the outside of Membrino.
Big trouble.
Oh.
Casagrande around Gray gets into Goff. Also Daniel Wesson, I believe, or that's Paul French involved, and the yellow comes out.
So it looks like
touched wheels. Obviously we spun and wasn't real good, but it's good to be back. Took a couple weeks off. We were kind of injured and the car was kind of banged up, but it's nice to be back. Thanks to all my fans and my family for helping me out on this.
Jay Goff, his comments?
You know, there is no better guy than Jay Goff. And come out on Monday night and you'll be able to see Jay Goff's grandson, Austin, compete in the Wild Thing karts.
Let's see what's going to happen now. It's back to great action off turn number 4. And again, Joey Farino, Mr. Inside, gets to the bottom rather abruptly, and then it's side-by-side racing for 2nd. Membrino and Burnham, and then it's Peyton Henry and Charland and Kopsick.
2 guys who refuse to give up, Peyton Henry and Bob Charland. Right now, they're fighting for 4th and 5th, and Membrino and Burnham in a pretty heated battle for the number 2 position. And as long as they battle each other, Joey Farino might be able to increase his lead.
Certainly is the story from 15 on. What will be the answer to that story as Membrino continues to keep digging on the bottom, as this time it is Burnham who went way out wide off turn number 4, gathered it back, and Burnham still is the fastest car on the racetrack. Meanwhile, Charland and Kopsick battle for the 5th and the 6th spot, and Vinny Anglaise is now picked up his game as Charland got on the throttle and got sideways, gathered it back. He's okay, and Kopsick and Anglaise are all over him as well.
What great reflexes by Anglaise as he was able to get by Kopsick. Kopsick is trying to pay him back. Vinny Anglaise started 19th. He has moved up to 6th. He is a feel-good story in this race.
He certainly is as they rumble back to the line. Here comes Burnham for a late event charge. Less than a mile left in this one. Burnham to the inside of Membrino. Charland slips way up the racetrack. He loses 2 positions down the back straightaway. Back up front, Burnham and Membrino. Side by side, wheel to wheel, Matt, as they come to the line. White flag is out.
This is going to be a tough lap for Joey Membrino, but maybe an even tougher one for DJ Burnham. Burnham slips underneath Membrino. He is in second. Also trying to get on the podium is Peyton Henry, but here comes the mayor, Joey Farino.
Farino leads him off turn number 4. Mr. Inside is Mr. Win tonight. Farino will take down the win. Burnham will finish in second. And Tony Membrino will finish in the 3rd spot.
17th. Carlos Gray in 18th. And Aaron Goff finishing in 19th. Joey Farino needed a win tonight, and he got it. But he was only able to pick up 2 points on DJ Burnham, as they are 10 points apart heading into next week's action. So Joey got a win, but he was only able to gain 2 points on DJ Burnham.
And once again, the number 44 of Membrino back in its winning form, back up on the podium. He too is going to be a big factor in the remaining events of 2015. Napa Victory Lane is set up, and Mr. Inside, Joey Farino, is there, and Paul French sneaks around behind to congratulate our winner. A little bit of a victory hug there, and much, much more. We'll head down trackside. Tony Sutton, a lot of excitement in the winner's circle.
Well, the mayor has a lot of fans here as he holds court in Victory Lane, and he's got the belts off. He's about ready to get out of the car, and we're waiting for Joey Farino to make his grand entrance in Victory Lane. Ladies and gentlemen, the mayor is holding court. Well, to say the crowd goes wild is an understatement. Everybody, what a performance! I'll tell you what, you never lifted. The car was solid, and you knew exactly where you wanted to be on the racetrack. What a great performance!
Oh, this thing was great tonight. I mean, we got robbed last week, put everything we had into it. The car was a little free during the heat race. My crew chief, Paul French, made a phenomenal adjustment. This thing was just on rails tonight. I got to thank all my guys for helping me. Gino, he's all the money behind this. RH2 radios, wouldn't be racing if it wasn't from him. Marla for coming up tonight. Got to thank Paul French, Big Frank, Greg, Dean Debbie, Cafazzo and Vinny, Greg, everybody that helped us out. It just feels great. Financially, definitely got to thank George, Boulder Painting and Improvement, Steven's Duct Installation, D'Addario's Auto Service, Steve's Auto Care and Repair. Got to thank Donnie from Rad, Dan Petrovsky, and Jeff Pearl for helping me with this phenomenal transmission that kills them on restarts.
And we have to thank you for a terrific performance. Joey Farino, congratulations on your victory.
Thank you. And if it wasn't for the fans, we wouldn't be here. Thank you guys for coming out and supporting.
Now let's go to 2nd and 3rd to see what kind of comments we have from the guys at Chase.
Okay, standing right next to DJ Burnham. And DJ, the beautiful number 54 car was rocking tonight. Good run, 2nd place, but you and Tony put on a good show.
Yeah, man, that 54, she looks pretty good, and she goes pretty well, too. Really got to thank my mom and dad for everything they sacrificed so we can come out here and race every Friday night. My brother for all his hard work. This thing, unbelievable. If that last caution didn't come out there, this car was flying. I got to thank Bruce Manili, Banquet and Catering, Ron Williams, Advice One, Ricky from R&R Fabrication, Donnie Wood from Rad, Mike from Magnus, my girlfriend Jackie, my grandma, everybody from Stafford Speedway, Napa Auto Parts, Hermie, everybody that helps with this car. This thing's really fast. We'll get back in Victory Lane soon.
DJ Burnham having himself a great year in the SK Lights, and we're going to talk to Hollywood, Tony Membrino Jr. Tony, you in the 54 were, man, you guys were dicing and slicing here tonight. Good run.
Yeah, the 54 was definitely a better car. I was just trying to get all I could because, we've had a tough couple weeks, and I let a lot of, a couple races go where we should have been up front, but, I tried running with him for a while, and then I was just talking to him. I said, I'm not going to sit here all day. I'll let you go. He was the faster car. Definitely better than the 87. I was hoping I didn't get underneath them, so to speak, so they could dice it out, maybe give me a better shot to win. But you know what? Third place, the luck we've been having, I'll take it any day. I got to thank my father, Ed Flemke, my whole TMR team for giving me the support that they do and rallying back like this. Added Manufacturing of New England, CWPM Equipment Service, Manili's Catering, Hearthstone Pub, TD Homers, FK Rod-Ends Goodrich, Minuteman Press, Cliff Nelson Motorsports, and Dunleavy's, Napa, Wheeling, and everyone else out on this car.
Tony Membrino puts it in up on the podium here in the number 44 car. Good run and a good feature event for our SK Light Modifieds. We're going to go back up to the tower.
And now it is time to get out.